This will not surprise you. The fashionable yet painful footwear can actually make changes to muscles and tendons over time, which can cause injury. But the reality is we just want to wear them sometimes, right? We want to feel fashionable and hip. So Maggie Downey, owner of Personal Euphoria and author of Keep Moving, is here to show us some moves that will help to keep our ankles, feet, and lower legs strong. And I was just telling you about this. Ankle stability is something that I struggle with. It might be from gymnastics. It might just be from getting older. But I have a feeling a lot of people probably struggle with it as well.
A lot of people do, and the high heel doesn't help because, as you mentioned, it does change the structure of our foot. But I feel like my role as a fitness professional is if you want to wear heels, I've got to make you healthy for heels, right?
And I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm not here to talk you out of wearing heels. You have the information if you love them. But yeah, we need ankle strength.
Yes.
So one thing to do, and you can try this in your heels or without, is you just want to, any ankle exercise, you want to point and flex.
Sure.
You want to do ankle circles. So at your desk, you can kick off your shoes and move your foot.
But see, even now, you can see my ankle kind of bobbling over here. Back in the day, I used to have such stable ankles.
Well, but what's great about doing this standing instead of sitting at the desk is you are working the stability of that other ankle.
Right.
And it's not meant to be still. It should have movement. That is it, finding the balance.
And I mean, you can't hear it, but like my ankles were literally cracking. Like that's where we're at. That's what happens, right?
And that is a sign of that you want that mobility. You probably do want to do some of that movement more.
Okay, so we'll take the heels off just to show you a couple, and also those heels are, they've had a rough day, but that's okay.
So we want to work the ankles as much as possible, and you can do 1,000 things. We just showed a couple. You can also do 1,000 versions of a calf stretch, but we'll show one here. If you do one exercise for a heel wearer, this is the one you want to do. So we'll each step on one half of this foam roller.
Okay.
So the ball of your foot's on the top, but your heel's supported on the floor.
Right.
Then stand as tall as you can. And if you don't feel a calf stretch yet, you're going to keep moving your other foot forward until you do.
Ooh. Oh yeah! Wow.
Yeah, and you can ease off. It doesn't have to be like painful.
I'll ease off a bit.
What I like about this version, because again, you can do a standard like calf stretch against a wall, is that you're fully supported and you can see the progress by that foot getting forward as you gain flexibility.
Holy cow.
Because that's one of the things in heels, your calf tightens and that causes other restriction in the body. So we want to stretch it.
Right. I can certainly feel that. And I feel like, gosh, you should probably do this. Is every day too much?
I mean, most people could probably use a calf stretch every day, whether they wear heels or not. Like at the end of the day or the beginning of the day. Also in heels, people don't realize it changes how we walk. And it tends to give us a little more like sexy hip sway.
Yeah, but you appreciate, right? You want to make a statement.
Right, that's
when you walk
part of the heel. But it weakens our hip muscles.
Oh no.
So to work your outer thighs if you wear heels is important. Any outer thigh leg lifts, the clam.
We've done that before. I always wear stretchy dresses every time Maggie comes on so I can do that.
So you have that mobility.
Yes.
But yeah, I think sometimes we don't think of the pieces of the body it affects, and you just kind of want to work everything from the waist down.
Yeah.
Stretch it, tone it, strengthen it, you know?
Because strengthening is key here. And I see some chairs. What do you do with those?
So just for sitting, because one of the things when we wear a high heel, it puts a lot of pressure on the ball of the foot.
Right.
We actually have an arch in the ball of the foot, and you don't want that to collapse. So you wanna just keep mobility in the ball of your foot.
Okay.
So I would just use your own hand to try to wiggle the foot.
Right.
If you really hate touching your foot, you could do this with like a flex band, but it's harder. The hand gets you more mobility.
Right.
You just want to keep movement. Yeah.
I mean, my feet already feel better, which I appreciate.
The feet, we're on them all day long, so to give them a little TLC, they really bounce back.
Well, it's funny because anybody who knows me, you'll see me in heels during the show, and then immediately I change into sweats and comfy shoes because I just can't handle it anymore. I can't hang. But maybe if I do these exercises, I'll feel a little bit better.
It should help, and I also think, honestly, what you're doing is great. A little time in heels, a little time in regular shoes. The body likes variety.
Yes.
Right?
And if people want more information, whether it be about some of the classes that you provide, if they'd like to read your book, or they just want to feel better and incorporate movement into their everyday lives, where can they follow you?
PersonalEuphoria.com.
Awesome. We're gonna keep stretching out here because my goodness, I didn't realize how sore I was until Maggie came. That's usually what happens, though. Thanks so much for joining us.